Frequency shift keying, what actually you are doing is that one. What I got is in the phase shift keying, what you are doing is that the phase of the carrier signal is changing in according with respect to what your baseband signal. Here, what we are doing is that the data one, that is the thing, but data one of a baseband signal, we have been representing it as a phase pi 1, and you got a respective got a 0 data. I am representing it as a phase 2. And whatever the phase of the carrier signal is varied with respect to your baseband signal with a phase shift of a 180 degree this one. And here with this one small introduction, what is it got? We are going to start this one. What is it got? The respective transmitter diagram this one. What is it got? If you just look at the transmitter diagram this one, transmitter diagram. What is it got? The carrier signal you have to set it from the ASD and you got a data input from the ASD and you have to adjust with whatever you got. You have to see the respective adjustment in the respective CRO this one. What we are doing is that here the first one is that your respective carrier signal. What you got? The respective carrier signal. How much frequency? That is the thing, but 1.3 kilohertz, 1.3 kilohertz, and amplitude of what you got the amplitude of you got 3 volt. That is the thing, but amplitude of you got 3 volt. We have to set it from this one. And once if you are setting this one from the here in this what you got, once if you are setting this one, what I am doing is that I am giving to the input to the transmitter. That is nothing but carrier input. Similarly, data input you have to set it this one. How much you got the respective your amplitude, what you got the respective frequency, how much it is, what you got 200 hertz. That is nothing but 200 hertz. The respective got 200 hertz, and amplitude of you got the amplitude of what you got 11 volt. What you got amplitude of you got 11 volt. We have to set it. Then we have to give to the input of this one. And here next one, once if we are giving to this one, next one what you got here, what you got, we should have to fed to the respective in order to what you got this circuit. It is what you got, whatever the output you are getting here, it is connected in the inverted mode. It is connected in the inverted mode. That is the thing, but the carrier has to phase shift with the degree of 180 this one. And as you already know this one, how to connect op-amp it in this one. Plus VCC is given to pin number 7 and minus VCC is given to pin number 4. That is nothing but you have to adjust 12 volt here, and we have been adjusting this one VCC plus VCC, and you got a minus VCC, and we have been given to minus VE, then you got a plus VCC, and you have to make it as a shorten, then you have to connect it to this one. Then you have to connect what you got you have to see the respective what you got the phase output this one. What you got the respective output of this one. What you got PSK output this one, PSK output this one, PSK output this one. What you got the respective PSK output. If you see here, what you got, this will be the what you got your respective PSK output. This is your PSK output, and this is your respective data signal. Wherever you got a 0 will be there. There is a 180 degree phase shift this one. This is got a 1 degree phase shift this one. Then next one, for whatever you are getting this one, the PSK output, you should have to give to the input for this one. What you got a PSK output has to give to the input for the PSK input this one. That is the thing, but the carrier you should have to reinsert. What you got? That is the thing, but the carrier you should have to reinsert this one. Actually, what is that you got? Which type of detection you are doing? Coherent detection. That is the thing, but whatever the carrier you have been using for the transmitting of a signal, the same carrier you should have to reinsert at the receiver. By doing so, what you are improving? You are improving the faster data then probability of a error occurrence, the probability of a got a error occurrence is going to get to be reduced. With that one, what have you got? We have been reinserting the carrier. Then similarly, what have you got? Here we have been using it as a op amp. This one again, what have you got? This is got a low pass filter. This is got a what have you got? A low pass filter. Then you got a respective got a your threshold voltage circuit, and here you have been connecting two what have you got a two diodes in order to maintain voltage as you got a constant. This one, and here with this one, what we are doing this one, you have to apply the what have you got a the respective got a reference voltage. That is nothing but here, just see here, the respective got a the carrier, and you got a your respective got both modulating and you got a data signals are same here. What have you got? This is your demodulating signal, this is got a demodulating signal, this is your respective got a demodulated signal, and this is your original data, this one, that is data signal. Then you got a your respective got a here, see here, this is your demodulated signal. Both are you got a in phase. This one, both are you got a modulated signal and you got a demodulated signals are same, but amplitude of the demodulating signal is high because the op amp you have been, it is you got a, you are operating it in the, there is no feedback, there is no feedback path is you have been using, so that one you are getting it as a respective got a amplitude of the demodulating, you are getting it as a high. This one, the same observation, what you have to make this one, you have to observe the respective got a amplitude of the modulating signal, frequency of the modulating signal, amplitude of the carrier signal, then you got a frequency of the carrier signal, then amplitude of the demodulated signal, frequency of the demodulated signal. This one.